Rachel Mack has rewritten the field hockey record books, becoming the first four-time All-American in program history.
When I made it freshman year, I was like, oh, that's awesome. But then to make it 4 times was just a real honour. It's really humbling, and it really just kind of was the cherry on top of the cake. I might have shed a little tear because I was just so happy, but that definitely was just a really, really great moment for me.
So what brought you here, Rachel Mack, from England?
So when I was younger growing up, I used to play a lot of different sports, and I had a couple of friends who came to America to play tennis, and they absolutely loved their experiences. So when hockey became more serious for me, I considered coming out to America to play, and it just so happened that my coach at home at the time knew a couple of people out here. He knew Ryan really well, so we started that dialogue going, and then I looked at some different schools, but Michigan was by far my favourite, and I'm just here now.
Were you nervous when you first arrived at Michigan?
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge step coming from across the pond, but like I said, it was something I really, really wanted to do. So I think it was more excitement than nervousness. So I definitely think it was more excitement.
As a freshman, you contributed right away. Can you talk a little bit about the Big Ten tournament?
Yeah, definitely. Well, to be honest, I didn't really understand the whole the way in which the American field hockey system worked. So when I came to the tournament, I didn't really get what it was all about. But then gradually, as the tournament went on, I came to understand this was like a huge deal, and it was really amazing because my mum and my brother were able to come to Chicago to watch, which just made the whole tournament really, really special. We played really, really well, and we ended up winning. So that was just that was one of my top 2 moments at Michigan.
What was your top moment here at Michigan?
I think it would definitely have to be this year when I broke the all-time scoring record. That was just one of the most exciting days, something that I'd been working towards since my freshman year. So to be able to do that against Ohio State at Ohio State in a big game that we needed to win, that was my top memory at Michigan.
What does it mean to you to be the first ever 4-time All-American at Michigan?
When I made it freshman year, I was like, oh, that's awesome. But then to make it 4 times was just a real honour. It's really humbling, and it really just kind of was the cherry on top of the cake. I might have shed a little tear because I was just so happy, but that definitely was just a really, really great moment for me.
Do you think being at Michigan has prepared you for the future?
100%, yeah. I think coming abroad asked me to mature a lot more, to mature in a way that not necessarily staying at home would have. So I think helping that, and just the amazing opportunities that Michigan offers outside of your sport, the ability to network, use the resources, reach out and talk with alumni. It's just something I could never have hoped for it to be better. So I think hopefully in the future that's going to be really helpful, which it will be.
Has teammates joining the team from England and other countries kind of helped you feel like Michigan's even home even more?
Yeah, it's really been incredible to have LT and Alice here, especially LT, because me and Lauren played together at home for 3 or 4 years, and we were close. So when she decided she was going to come here, that was really, really exciting. I was really glad she made that decision, and I was sure it was going to fit her perfectly. And then having Alice here for this past year has also been really great. We joke she's the grandma because she's one of the oldest ones on the team, but it's been really, really nice having those two. And I guess in a way, you don't realise how different you sound until you're with the other British people. So it's a really nice place to go if we ever need like a British break, essentially.
What are your plans after field hockey?
That's a good question. I'm an English major, which obviously is a very broad subject, so there's lots of different things I could potentially and would like to potentially go into. I really like the idea of publishing and kind of being a literary agent for a publishing firm, but honestly my focus has been hockey, so it's a little hard for me to say what definite career I want to take as of right now.